Hey YouTubers, it's Susan. I am back with the channel. I'm revamping it because I think when I first started, my topic was way too broad and I was talking about too many different things and it wasn't concise. And then I decided, okay, well, let's call it Susan's Reality. And that's kind of a little bit too broad too. So let's kind of like narrow it down even further. And anyone that knows me knows that I love pop culture. I live, breathe entertainment. For some reason, all the crappy info, like useless information, just sticks in this brain. And it just, my brain retains entertainment like you have no idea. So I decided let's stick to movie, TV, book reviews. If I buy a new product, then I'll talk about it. But it's strictly going to be like entertainment, especially crappy reality shows. Everyone knows I love my Real Housewives. Anything pretty much on Bravo, Vanderpump Rules, I die for. It's coming back, can't wait. So I'll definitely be talking about that, reviewing that, just giving my honest opinion. So, welcome back to the new channel. I believe I'm going to call it Susan's Reviews. That way it kind of covers all bases and it's not weird. So, welcome back to the new revamped channel. I am Susan and I am a movie and TV addict and I live in my parents' basement and I'm still unemployed, but I have I have a promising lead which I'm hoping is going to turn into something big for myself, a career change, which is very necessary at this stage of my life. But that's a whole different topic, not for this channel. But that is where I'm at from where I was previously when I first began the channel. Oh, and I'm single. Yeah. So I'm single again. Single for the holidays. Anyway, that's where I'm at. All right. So, movie reviews, TV reviews, book reviews, things like that. That is what I'm going to be focusing on this channel, And I always forget to say, please subscribe to my channel. I don't know why I forget. I just do. Please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the 25 subscribers I do have, but I would love to have some more. So please, I'm begging you, begging you, please subscribe to my channel. Just hit the red subscribe underneath the video, hit subscribe, and then a little bell will pop up. You just hit the bell for notifications. So any future videos that I post, you will be notified so you can watch the next rant that I have about Nene or, any other housewife that's kind of bugging me that week. Okay. I just pulled Nene out of my ass. She's actually been really, really good lately. So we're going to talk about that. New episode tonight. However, that is not what this video is going to be about. So please subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. Like it. Give me comments. If you think I should be watching some kind of TV show that I'm not, let me know. I'll take any suggestions, movies, anything like that. Okay, so I try to go to the movies at least once a week to see something new, obviously. But I'm trying to go more. I think I'm going to get the AMC A-list where you can go like 3 times a week for $20 a month. Like, how insanely cheap is that? So I should get that. Anyway, let's get to the topic of this video. The topic of this video is going to be, it's going to be about movies. 2 movies, in fact. One is A Star is Born. The other one is Bohemian Rhapsody. Okay, I saw both of them within the last month. So let's get caught up and talk about those movies. Okay, the first one I'm going to talk about is A Star is Born. I have no words for this movie. I really, really don't. Phenomenal. Fantastic, even. Bradley Cooper, directorial debut. You cannot ask for a more amazing job than what this man did for this movie. Now, granted, A Star is Born is the 4th remake of this movie. The last one was with Barbra Streisand and Chris Christopherson back in the 70s. I'm not sure exactly what year it was, but I've never seen any of the previous movies. I had no idea what the plot line was. I was actually grateful for that because I got to go in with my own view and my own opinion and not have a preconceived notion about what it was about and where it was going. I had nothing to compare it to, which I really liked as well. And this movie was phenomenal. I really cannot say enough about this movie. By the end of it, I was a puddle of tears. And I haven't been like that since I saw Titanic when I was in high school and I was like 17 years old. And I was like a puddle sitting in my seat, crying, like weeping, sobbing uncontrollably at the end of Titanic. I have not been like that since then. And this movie, A Star is Born, made me cry like you would not believe. Like, it was phenomenal. Bradley Cooper, the transformation that he made, he lowered his voice an entire octave to play this character because he knew he wanted Sam Elliott to play his older brother. And if anyone knows Sam Elliott, he has that distinctive low register voice, and phenomenal. Like, incredible job. I know I'm using phenomenal a lot, but I honestly can't use any other word. Like, I really can't. He did an incredible, amazing job. Bradley Cooper was so dedicated to making this movie come to life, and he had his vision and he wasn't going to sacrifice his vision for anybody. The studio didn't want Lady Gaga to play that part. They wanted somebody else, and he stood up to the studio and said, if she doesn't play this part, then I'm walking. Yes, I read a lot on IMDb. That's how I know all these facts. It's not like I talk to these people. He fought for her. Bradley Cooper fought for Lady Gaga to play this part. I believe that they were in love. I really did. Like, just the little things the little gestures, the little nuances, the way they looked at each other, just everything. And this part was made for her. This is exactly how she felt when she was starting in the music industry. They said, you'll never make it. Your nose is too big. You don't have the right look. You sound amazing, but you don't look the part. That's exactly what she heard. This part was made for her. Like, you can't pick a better person for this. Like, she was incredible, and she was totally stripped down in the beginning of the movie. Natural brown hair, mousy brown, like no makeup on. And you could really see her as an individual. And it was beautiful. It was really, really beautiful. And obviously, when something is that beautiful, it's going to lead to heartbreak. And this movie, has been out for a while. So, spoiler, I'm not going to say exactly what happens, but obviously, everything that's going good tends to go bad. And in this movie, it does really, really bad. It rips your heart out. It really, really does. This movie makes you feel every single emotion. It makes you feel love. It makes you feel romance and excitement about them getting to know each other. And it turns you on. Like, I wanted Bradley Cooper the entire time, even though he's like dirty and an alcoholic. Like, who cares? It makes you feel sad and depressed, and it runs the gamut of emotions, and a good movie will do that to you. A good movie, I always say, stays with you afterwards. You think about it the next day and the next day, and we'll get to that when I talk about Bohemian Rhapsody. We're going to get there. But this movie stayed with me for at least 2, 3, 4 days after I saw it. Like, I cried after I saw it. Just those memories in my brain thinking about it made me tear up. And that's how you know that a movie is good, when it affects you like that, and you take it with you and you talk about it and you spread the word and you want people to go and see this movie. So, A Star is Born, if anyone has not seen it, go and see it. It is incredible. It's amazing. it really makes you think about your life and like maybe what you want out of your life and how you could change your life. So really go and see it. Like when it comes to awards time, and trust me, I will be tracking the awards, the nominations, Golden Globes, the Oscars, things like that. If these actors in this movie are not nominated, they're crazy. Like they're insane. Like Bradley Cooper deserves an Oscar nomination. Definitely. I think he should win for best directing. So he has an Oscar. It's time for him to win. And I definitely think he's going to win with A Star is Born in some way, some fashion, whether it be best picture, best director, best actor. Obviously, I think Lady Gaga should be nominated for best actress. Sam Elliott even should be nominated for best supporting because the whole movie, all the actors were just phenomenal. It made you feel you had an emotion every single scene, and it was just that good. So come Oscar time, nomination time for Golden Globes and Oscars, I'm really rooting for this movie to pull it out, especially like Golden Globes best, picture, musical, whatever. It better win. Like the songs in this movie are incredible, and that's in a tribute to Bradley Cooper because he studied with Willie Nelson's son for a year every single night. And he wanted to know the life of a musician and how they lived and how, he learned to obviously play guitar and he learned, his singing voice is incredible. And I just can't say enough. I really can't. So A Star is Born gets 2 thumbs up, way up, way, way up. All right. Now that we talked about that, we can move on to the other movie that I saw last week, Bohemian Rhapsody. It is the story of the band Queen, more focused on Freddie Mercury, who was the lead singer of the band. Let me focus in. Okay, so Freddie Mercury was the lead singer of Queen. If anyone does not know this story, unfortunately, Freddie Mercury, he contracted the AIDS virus and he passed away in the late 80s, the early 90s. I'm not really sure the exact year that he died, but he was only 45 years old. It's a very tragic story. He's one of the greatest performers / frontmen of any band that I have ever seen. I am too young to have ever seen him in concert, unfortunately. Like, he is someone I would have loved to have seen in person because he was just phenomenal. He was a true showman and just a fantastic performer. But, so the story of the movie focuses on how Freddie Mercury got into the band and on how the band just, exploded and became huge. And it was pretty much because of Freddie. He was just a musical genius. And he, in the time of when rock bands were, kind of perceived as like a certain way of doing things, and Queen comes in and they throw in opera and they're doing different things in the studio. They were not conventional. They broke boundaries. They were their own people and they were like misfits, and that's who they made their music for, were people that didn't feel that they belonged necessarily. So they really made music outside of the box. And I love that. I've always loved Queen, but after seeing this movie, I saw this movie last week. Bohemian Rhapsody is still in my head. Like, the movie was so good, but the performance by Rami Malek playing Freddie Mercury was beyond phenomenal. And I know I'm using phenomenal again. I really can't help it because Bradley Cooper and Rami Malek blown me away. Like, they've blown me away with these performances. Rami Malek became Freddie Mercury. It was insane. He looked exactly like him. He spoke exactly like him. And you could tell he studied him. Because if you don't study a real life figure like that, and if you mess this up, you will get crucified. You could tell he studied every single gesture and every single, nuance that Freddie ever did, and how he sang and how he spoke and how he performed on stage. And it was just incredible. And the last 20 minutes of the movie is when they recreate the Live Aid, when they performed at Live Aid for about 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes of the movie was that exact reproduction of their performance at Live Aid, and it was fantastic. I felt like I was at the concert. It was so good. It was phenomenal. And I really liked how, even though Freddie contracted the AIDS virus, I'm glad they didn't make that like the whole topic of the movie, as well as his homosexuality. I'm glad they didn't like focus on that. They focused on the band, and they focused on Freddie's story and his like arch throughout the story. And I really like that, because sometimes movies or TV shows tend to focus on like the negative and a lot. And I'm glad that the movie, obviously they're going to touch on it because it's what happened, it's reality, but they didn't make it the main subject. And I really, really like that. They focus on the band, they focus on the songs, they focus on their rise to fame. Unfortunately, they broke up for a little bit, and their comeback was at Live Aid, which was like unbelievable. And so I just can't say enough about this movie. I would go and see it again 2, 3, 4 times. Like I've read reviews online of people that have gone to see it like 5 times, because it's such a fantastic movie and the performance is phenomenal. Rami Malek, man, you better get nominated for an Oscar, Golden Globe. Like, you have to. Like, if you don't, no one is deserving. Trust me. Like, you were incredible. I didn't really know who you were before this. Honey, I know you now. Okay? I know you now, and I know how talented you are. You are incredible. And anything that you do from here on out, I know you're on the show Mr. Robot, I think, on USA. I might start watching that. Because you're phenomenal, and you've really proven yourself as an actor in this movie. I could not picture anyone else playing this part. So Rami Malek, Bradley Cooper, Lady Gaga, Sam Elliott, A Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody. Two phenomenal movies, 4 phenomenal performances. I messed up my camera by doing that. It's blurry now. I really can't say... Okay, I'm back to normal. I really can't say anything else about these 2 movies, these performances. They were phenomenal. Phenomenal is the word of the night. Okay? Phenomenal. Bradley Cooper, phenomenal. Lady Gaga, phenomenal. Sam Elliott, phenomenal. Rami Malek, phenomenal. Both movies. So go and see them. A Star is Born and Bohemian Rhapsody. All right, thank you very much, guys. Those are my 2 reviews of both of those movies. Obviously, both of them get thumbs up, A+, and I will be back with another review. Please subscribe to the new Susan's Review channel, I guess. Subscribe to my channel. Click the red subscribe, wherever it is on the bottom. And hit the bell, the notification bell, so you can get all notifications on any new videos that I post. And you can hear me say phenomenal again. Isn't that great? Phenomenal. All right. Subscribe to my channel, guys. Bye-bye.